Hello boys and girls, welcome back to Capcom Fighting Collection 2 on the PlayStation 5. I'm here with my boy MLAGAMING4K, if you guys are watching this back on a replay.
Hey guys, what's up?
Make sure you check out MLAGAMING4K, all the latest Tekken, Fighting and this collection and Marvel and Multiverses as well. He pretty much plays every fighting game you can think of, so... but his main things are Tekken. He likes all the Capcom Fighting Collections, whether it's Marvel vs. Capcom, this one here, the original Fighting Collection. He plays pretty much all of them, really, and he likes his party games. Which leads me on to something today, MLA. You and I need to play Power Stone.
Sure, bro. Hey, we have to. Hey.
I've just done a second arcade playthrough. So I uploaded that first one, obviously, which was Falcon.
Let me just finish this match, then I will join you.
It's okay. We're watching the intros anyway. Everybody rumored, nobody believed, but you see, it's true. Now it's time. It's real, I swear. Who is the strongest? Capcom vs SNK. The intro to Capcom vs SNK 1 is brilliant.
Capcom vs SNK.
I do prefer 2 though, but yeah, I have to say I do like the intro, and I like the backgrounds as well to Capcom vs SNK 1. But obviously the backgrounds in SNK 2 are much better. But
I take the presentation of Capcom vs SNK 1 more, and I take the gameplay. I take the gameplay of Capcom vs SNK 2. Bang.
Yeah, if you could blend those together, yeah.
Yeah.
Blend those together.
How are you guys in the chat?
MLA in the chat. I don't think anybody's there right now, but we'll find out. I'll find out. I don't think there is. Just,
Eventually, more people will come.
Yep. We just starting up right now. We just starting up. Yeah, we've only got. Ooh, yeah, there's nobody there at the moment, but it's early in the morning.
Early in the morning, man.
And the thing is, most people who tune into our channels are from the States anyway.
Yeah, it's mostly, yep. I realize that's why I go live mostly in the afternoon.
Yeah.
Not just me. Sometimes I want to do 2 live streams though. Sometimes I do go live in the morning.
Yeah.
Then follow up on the stream later on.
No, I get that.
Yeah.
Yo, Jarek Yebenaz, how you doing? How's it going, pal? Oh, Jarek Revenaz. Yeah, I know you, boy. I know you, boy. Yeah, you're a Monster Hunter and a fighting game player guy as well. He loves NBC and does lots of stuff. He's got some really good videos actually. Make sure you subscribe to him. He's got 8 subscribers and he's got really good little videos actually. He's got Contra, Operation Galuga, Buster Groove, one of my favorite games ever. Buster Groove, man. Buster Groove. I wish they would release that. I'll make you a moderator, Jovic. Buster Groove. Have you ever tried that, Emily?
I think I heard that in game.
So it's a dancing fighting game. During the late 90s on the PS1, there was loads of like dancing fighting games. And Buster Groove was the main one. There was also a Britney Spears one. Which was actually really quite good, actually. I have to say, I quite enjoyed that. There was a Britney Spears fighting dancing game that was kind of like Buster Groove. But yeah, Buster Groove is amazing.
Yeah.
Buster Groove, Buster Groove. Oh god, I love that game. Such a cool game, man. I love Buster Groove. I might actually, when I upload some games from my my little handheld with all the games on it, which has actually got Capcom Vs SNK 1 in it, actually, come to think of it. I might do Buster Groove because that's on there. Keep meaning to do a playthrough of that. That's a great game.
You're the legend. You're the next Maximilian dude, I said yesterday.
Oh, you're very kind, mate. I don't think so, but that's very to say. I need to get a good setup first, and
I think you could be the next Maximilian. I said, like, honestly, I can definitely just setup gets better. I think you can be the next Maximilian dude. And can be honest, I'm an honest friend.
Well, that's very sweet of you, but I'd need to get a good background and, you know, good stage set background and so many other things sorted. Better, you know, sound equipment.
Make sure you subscribe to this wonderful man. Honestly, one of the goats. One of the goats.
And you. Make sure you subscribe to MLAGAMING4K. Yeah, and make sure Jarrett's got a cool little channel there as well. Yo, how you doing, MD? Phil Twerpin. Phil Twerpin in the house.
We were on Discord just a minute ago. So I was on Discord with Phil and Speed. They will come in the chat. They will come in the chat.
About to watch. Oh, okay. He said about to watch and get some sleep. No problem, my friend. It must be about 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning there. And my dad will play you on the golf, by the way. He'd love to play you on the golf, Phil. I like watching all these intros. So, here, I've got a conscience. Yeah, you got to go work later. Okay, you're doing good, MD. Fair play to you, my friend. 4 people in the chat. Jarek, MD, Phil, MLA, and well, myself. Yeah, I've got a controversial opinion of what is my least favorite game on this collection, and it's probably going to piss a lot of people off. So, 6 people in the chat. Nice. My least favorite game in this collection isn't Capcom Fighting Evolution. In fact, it's not even my second least favorite game on this collection. Okay, so my least favorite game in this collection, and this is going to probably piss a lot of people off, is Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper.
I don't blame you. I don't blame you.
Yeah, I think it's the same thing. It's nice to be able to play Guile, but I think it's my least favorite Street Fighter Alpha game. Now, don't get me wrong, it's a vastly superior game to Evolution. I know that. Of course it is. It's Alpha 3. Of course it's vastly superior to most games. But for myself, I've never liked Alpha 3. I've always been, and that's the irony. The irony is that I consider Alpha 2 to be the greatest Street Fighter fighting game ever made. So Alpha 2 is such a high point for me that Alpha 3 was such a downgrade for me. I don't like the visuals of Alpha 3. I actually think everybody moans about the visuals on this game, Evolution. I think the visuals on Evolution are better than Alpha. Personally, I think they stand out to me more. I don't think the visuals in Alpha are very good at all. So Alpha
really
3... Go on.
That's really high praise. That's really high praise from you saying that.
Yeah, like, but I mean, you know, I don't blame people for disagreeing with me. Can I just say, I don't. If people think I'm wrong for saying that Alpha 3 Upper is is my least favorite game, and not the worst game, just my least favorite. I'm not saying it's the worst, but my least favorite. then I don't blame them for disagreeing with me on that. But yeah, it's my least favorite game on here, Alpha 3 Upper. My second least favorite game would be Plasma Sword. Not because it's not any good, it's a great game. You're playing Project right now. Yeah, Project Justice is great. Okay, see now, I'll tell you what Project is in my rankings. Okay, so in last place for me is Alpha 3 Upper. In fifth place is Plasma Sword. In fourth place is Capcom Vs SNK 1. Then I would say Power Stone 2. Then I would say Project Justice. I think Project Justice is an amazing game. Then I would say Power Stone 1, and then in first place I will put Capcom vs SNK 2. But in some ways I will put Power Stone 1 at the... I might switch some days. My two top favorite games in this are Capcom vs SNK 2 and Power Stone. And I've got to give a special shout out to Project Justice, because I think Project Justice is a brilliant, brilliant fighting game. And I think loads of people will overlook it. And I think it's a superb game, Project Justice. I know you love it, Emily, and Jarek says he loves it as well. He's playing Project right now. Project Justice is a great game. It's a really great fighting game. And this is Alpha 3 Upper here. I love Alpha 3 Upper. As a game, I love it. It's a really good game. But for me, I find Alpha 3 in itself the least impressive of the Alpha games. And that's why I put it at the bottom of my list, because I never played Alpha 3, hardly ever, on the Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Collection. It was my least played. I'll tell you how much I did. I don't play it. I play Street Fighter 1 more than I do Alpha 3. Like,
damn. Okay.
Now, obviously, Alpha 3 is a vastly superior fighting game to... obviously, it's vastly superior to Street Fighter 1. Pretty much everything is. But Alpha 3 is vastly superior to most fighting games. I get that, but for me, it really doesn't do a lot for me. And that's the reason why I place it the last on this collection. But yeah, my top two fighting games on this game are Power Stone 1 and Capcom vs SNK 2. And the reason I put Capcom vs SNK 1 so low, again, yeah, Street Fighter 1 feels like Street Fighter. I know nobody can understand me in this. I'll tell you the reason why I like Street Fighter 1. It's a broken, terrible, janky-ass game. But for some reason, and I don't know why, and don't let this predetermine your judgment of me, or do if you want. I think that game is... There's something very replayable about Street Fighter 1. I don't know what it is. It's a terrible game. Now, obviously, it's a better game than Alpha 3. Most fighting games don't even measure up to Alpha 3. I'm just talking about for myself. That's all. I'm only talking about for myself. Like, Alpha 3, I've got such a complicated relationship with and history with. It's because I find it such a downgrade from 2. I know I'm harping on about this. Street Fighter Alpha 2 and Street Fighter Alpha 2 Gold are honestly two of the greatest Street Fighter games ever made to me. I think Alpha 2 is better than Street Fighter 3, Street Fighter Third Strike. I think Alpha 2 is the GOAT, the GOAT of Street Fighter games. And here it is. This is Power Stone. Obviously, you saw me do my arcade play yesterday with Falcon. I love this game, man. So when I first started playing this collection, when it came out yesterday, I couldn't get back into Power Stone. I was like, oh no, I don't like this game as much as I remember. But then it just took me a couple of goes to get back into it. And I was like, oh no, I love it now again. It clicked as soon as I started playing it again. And MLA likes it as well. It's a great game, man. I definitely think Power Stone 1 is a better game than Power Stone 2. Power Stone 2 is really good. The stages are great, but the fact it's 4-player makes it a little bit too chaotic for me. I like the one-on-one.
It's too much. Yeah. Yeah. It's full play for the second one. Like.
Yeah.
And the camera kind of zooms out.
Yeah, it kind of zooms out, exactly. Yeah.
I realized that too. I've been playing this collection as well. I'm gonna have to put Project Justice as like my #1 though.
Okay, so MLA puts Project Justice as #1. Now that is interesting. I don't blame you for putting Project Justice. Let me ask you, Jarek, would you put it as #1? Big boy, how you doing? What about you, MD and Phil? Go on, Emily.
I put Capcom Vs SNK in my #3. #2 as #3. Capcom Vs SNK 2 as my #3 pick.
Okay, what's your number? What's your #2?
#2,
Power Stone.
Power Stone.
Okay, so that's an interesting one. So you put this is Power Stone 2 now, the intro.
Yeah.
I love that the intro of Power Stone 2 is the end of Power Stone 1. So when you do the arcade playthroughs, this is the intro. This is the end of this bit here. Look, this is the bit with the plane. That's the end of the arcade playthroughs of Power Stone 1. I love that. So you put Project Justice as your #1, Power Stone 2 as your #2, and Capcom SNK vs SNK 2 as your #3.
Yeah, #3.
Okay,
and #4.
Go on.
#4 is Capcom vs SNK 1.
You'd better watch out for traps.
Yeah, I get that. I put it lower because it's not a great game. It's just that.
You know what I can do with this game? Like, change the presentation very slightly with the Capcom vs SNK 2, because for me, Capcom vs SNK 1 has the better presentation than 2. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I definitely think the sprite work in Capcom vs SNK 1 is way better. How you doing, Jeff?
What's up, guys?
Got Speed King here in the chat, guys. If you haven't subscribed to Speed, he's got 2 channels. He's got SpeedKing125, which is an amazing channel which does loads of arcade playthroughs, and he does a lot of Sonic stuff as well. That is like, he does a lot of Sonic stuff. And then he's got his other channel, Speed King Taz, which he does tool-assisted playthroughs, and he does speed runs. So that's Speed King 125 and Speed King Taz. In fact, what I'll do is I'll put a link in for the channel, guys. Links for.
Can I drop my link as well?
Yeah, I'll put them both in there.
Yeah.
But we're talking about our favorite, how we'd rate the games on this collection. So MLA has rated them. For his #1 is Project Justice. His #2 is Power Stone, and his #3 is Capcom vs SNK 2. And then #4 is Capcom versus, your #4 is Capcom vs SNK 1, right?
Yeah, gameplay wise, but presentation wise, I will like switch you over.
Nice.
Okay. So, Phil, there you go. Phil's just put your link in. Thank you, Phil. Phil's put your link in. Oh, you're going for a walk, MD. No problem, buddy. Thanks for coming here. 8 people in the chat. Thank you very much. Yeah, Phil's put his your link in there, Jeff.
Appreciate it, Phil.
8 people on the chat. Thank you, guys. Yeah, I would. So this is. I love this intro to Project Justice. So I think Project Justice is the sleeper hit in this collection. I really do. I think Project Justice is a cracking little game, and I love Rival Schools as well. I just love this whole franchise. I just think it's the most slept on franchise from Capcom. It really is. Well, maybe not the most slept on, but at least the most slept on with the most potential. I should say. I think if there was ever a franchise that Capcom should bring back in a big way, I think it's Project Justice. I just think it's brilliant. I think the characters are great. I think the designs are great. It's the one franchise from Capcom on this collection that I would watch an anime out of and really enjoy it. And I know there's an anime of Power Stone, obviously, as well, but I don't know. Rival Schools and Project Justice to me it screams something that I would watch weekly anime. It's just that kind of thing, you know. I love it. I love the characters.
Yeah. Like, I'll put Plasma Sword at least my number
5.
5. I like the game. It's trying to be better to Shinden and Star Wars, like Star Wars. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, the only reason I rate it second from last for me is it's not because I don't like it or I don't think it's good. It's because it's the one I play the least. But I rate it above. So I was just saying, Jeff, I don't know if you heard, my least favorite game on this collection is quite controversial, actually. I don't think it's the least good. For me, it's my least favorite. My least favorite game on this collection, can you guess what it is? It's probably quite controversial. Sorry?
Street Fighter Alpha 3?
Yeah. Street Fighter Alpha 3 Upper, yeah, that's my least favorite. I don't like Alpha 3, I never have, so that's the only reason it's my least favorite in this collection. It's got nothing to do with the quality of the game. It's obviously vastly superior to most fighting games, and it's obviously a very good fighting game. For me, I've never liked Alpha 3. I rate it way below Alpha 2, and just on this collection, it's the one I'll play the least. So I had a quick go in it yesterday, and I was like, oh, I can't be bothered to play through this.
you can't.
I'd actually rate it. Ironically, I'd rate it below Evolution. And I know I know Evolution is technically the worst game on the collection. Not just technically, it is. But I enjoy playing it. I know it's not a good game, but I have the same relationship with Evolution that I have with Street Fighter 1. It's not a good game, but I like playing it. And obviously, Alpha 3 is a vastly superior to Evolution. And obviously, it's a vastly superior game to Street Fighter 1, obviously. But, how you doing, Ashley? G'day, Legends.
Hey, Ashley.
Yeah.
I like Street Fighter Alpha 3, but that's not the best version.
Yeah. Yeah, the best version is the PSP version.
Yeah,
that's what pissed me off. They should have added that version. If
I don't know why.
Any version of Alpha 3, it should be that one, but for some reason, they're just allergic to not putting that version in the game.
Yeah. Absolutely. Ashley says good. Hi, MLA. Yeah, I know. I agree with you.
Yeah.
What's up, Ashley?
What's up, Ashley?
Jeff is saying, what's up, Ashley? 1 year has passed with the Battle of the Fourth Empire.
I think I have to put Alpha in my last place as well.
Yeah.
If it was Alpha 3 Max, like the PSP version, I'll definitely put it higher.
Yeah.
List.
And listen, the only reason I put Plasma Sword as my second least favorite game, it's not because Plasma Sword is obviously a much better game than Evolution. And I really like Plasma Sword. I really do. In fact, if I sleep on it more, I'll probably put Plasma Sword. Okay, no, screw it. No, actually, I'm going to put Plasma Sword above Evolution, obviously. And let me switch that around. Okay, so in my last place is Alpha 3 Upper, simply because I've got no interest in it. Second last place would be Evolution. Then third last place would be Capcom Vs SNK 1. Then I would say Plasma Sword. I have more fun with Plasma Sword than I do Capcom vs SNK 1, and then I would put after Plasma Sword I would put Power Stone 2. Then I would put Project Justice. And then after the top 3 in this order, in number 3 I would put I've lost my thread now. Number 3 I would put so number 1 I would put Capcom vs SNK 2. Number 2 I would put Power Stone 1. Amazing game. I've really got back into it now. And number 3 I would put what's the game I'm missing? Can't remember what I've put as number 3. So yeah, I put Capcom vs SNK 2 as number 1, Power Stone 1 as number 2, and then number 3 I would put, I'll tell you what I'll do. Let me just look on the list. Okay, so Alpha 3 in last place, Capcom Fighting Evolution in second last place. Then I would put Plasma Sword. No, sorry, then I would put Capcom vs SNK 1 Pro. Then I would put Plasma Sword. Then I would put Project Justice. No, I wouldn't. No, I put Power Stone 2. Then I put Project Justice. No problem, actually. Have a good sleep. Yeah, and then the top 3 would be... Yeah, no, the top 3... Okay, so the top 3 in the collection for me would be Project Justice, number 3, Power Stone, number 2, and Capcom vs SNK 2, number 1. That's what I do. There you go.
And me and Speed were talking about how, the collections could be better as well, like.
Oh god, yeah. Why they fucking put Capcom Fighting Evolution in here? I have no idea. And what, in all honesty, I don't know why they put Alpha 3 in here. You could take those 2 games out, and you could have put in Rival Schools. You could have put in Rival Schools, the first one, instead, which I don't know why they didn't do that. You could have put in Rival Schools, and then you could have put in Star Gladiator, the first one. Like, then you would have had part 1 and 2 of the Plasma Sword series and part 1 and 2 of the Rival School series. I don't know why they didn't do that. Like, I would get rid of Alpha 3 Upper and Capcom Fighting Evolution. I don't know about you guys. That's what I would do.
Well, as for Rival Schools, all 3 of the games play the exact same. The only difference is that Sakura's in one of the... literally it.
Yeah.
So, they already put the best version they could have put for Rival Schools.
Yeah, good point. Good point, yeah.
Yeah. And then, yeah, I don't know why the fuck they feel the need to always put a Street Fighter game in one of these collections, because that's what kind of ruins most of these collections. Like, Fighting Collection 1 was supposed to be Darkstalkers-oriented stuff. Like, I know that, what do you call Pocket Fighter is not really Darkstalkers, but it's got Darkstalkers characters in it, so that's kind of...
Yeah, I didn't mind that one.
Yeah,
I didn't mind that one, yeah.
That's kind of the reason, that's the reason why it's there, and then it's the same thing with Puzzle Fighter as well. It's got Darkstalkers characters in it.
Yeah, I'm glad they put those 2 in.
But there's no reason for them to put Street Fighter 2 in there. That was fucking stupid.
Yeah, I don't know why they put that Hyper Anniversary Edition in there. That made no sense to me at all. I was like...
That should have been part of the Street Fighter collection. That shouldn't have been part of the...
Yeah, I agree.
the Fighting Collection 1, because, yeah, it's just like, for some reason, they always add that one game that's kind of like a sore thumb to the rest of them. It's like they have like a theme going on, and then they just screw it up by putting in some random-ass game.
Yeah, it's a bit like I know why they put the Punisher in the Marvel vs. Capcom collection. And I know I know it makes sense, obviously, because it's a Marvel game, and it was our first Marvel game they did. But and I like playing that game. Don't get me wrong. And obviously, what else are you going to put in there? Because it's a Marvel collection. But there's always that one game. Like the game that sticks out for me in this collection is Alpha 3 Upper, and that's why I vote it as my least favorite. It doesn't sit right in the collection.
Yeah. Rate the Marvel side of the games of the collection.
Oh, I can give you my Marvel rating in the Marvel versus Capcom collection instantly. Instantly, I can give you my... So, in at number 1 for me, and I know a lot of people have got issues with the game, but honestly, I can't help it. My favorite game on that collection is Marvel vs. Capcom 2, simply because I've got such great memories of playing it. And I get, for a lot of people, why they would rate the other two games that I'm going to vote my second and third as number 1. So I would put MVC2 as number 1, simply because I just literally adore that game so much. I can play it all day, every day, and I used to be in the arcade playing that game, and I was rubbish at it, but I used to love being in the arcade with my friends. So I've got great memories of that game. It's just I adore it. That's all I can say. I adore that game in the same way I adore Capcom Vs SNK 2. When those two games came out in the early 2000s, I was like, this is everything I want in a fighting game. These two games is MVC2 and Capcom Vs SNK 2. I was like, if I could just own those two games, I'd be happy. And now I do own them, and I'm like, that's all I fucking need, really. But in terms of the collection, MVC collection, I would say MVC2, number 1. Number 2, I would put X-Men Children of the Atom. I think that's an incredible game. Number 3, I would put Marvel Superheroes, and you've changed my mind on that game, MLA. I really love it now. Number 4, I would put X-Men vs Street Fighter. Number 5, I would put MVC1. Number 6, I would put Street Fighter, Marvel Superheroes versus Street Fighter, and then obviously in last position, I would put the Punisher game. That's how I rate him. How about you guys? I know you're not a big fan of them anyway, Jeff, but...
Yeah, I never... Those games is what everybody was playing. I don't usually play stuff that, like, everybody plays. Like, I'm not the type of person where I'm going to play the most common game.
Yeah.
Like, around that time, King of Fighters was a bigger thing than that, so, like, yeah. My stuff was King of Fighters. Like, while everybody was playing that shit, I was playing KOF 99 and shit.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a hot take on my end.
That's more of like the mainstream stuff, really.
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be a hot take in my end. I can, you know, what I'm gonna say for my hot take, Dave. You know.
What? Your number 1 is Marvel Superheroes.
Yeah.
I get why you say that, and I'll tell you why. I absolutely adore that game now, and yeah, it feels a little bit stiff, I guess, compared to recent fighting games. But I love that game. The fact it's 1-on-1, I love it. I love the fact that you use the gemstones, and I've got to say, the animation in that game is superb, especially on the big characters like Juggernaut and the Hulk. The sprite work on that game, I'll say it. The sprite work on Marvel Superheroes and X-Men Children of the Atom is vastly superior to Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Way better. Way better. The animation on the MVC2, my favourite game, is shite. The animation on that game is janky and shite. It looks like a Mugen game, whereas the animation on X-Men Children of the Atom and Marvel Superheroes, it's gorgeous. Sometimes I just watch the intros just to watch the animation. It's like, oh, it's amazing. The animation on the Hulk and Juggernaut is stunning. and the animation on Omega Red and Jug and Colossus and Cyclops and all that in X-Men Children of the Atom is gorgeous. So I get why people... What would your second favorite game be then, MLA, on that collection?
My second one is Marvel vs. Capcom 1.
Yeah. See, that one's quite low down for me, and I get why people love it, but I don't know. I never come back and play it. It's a really good game, and I would argue it's actually probably a better game than MVC2, but I just find MVC2 so much more fun. I do like Marvel vs. Capcom 1, though. I just never go back to it. Marvel vs. Capcom 1 and Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter are the two games I go back to least on that collection. But I do like Marvel vs. Capcom 1, though. You know, I love using I love using Shadow Lady and you know, Orange Hulk and all that and stuff. Yeah, it's a cool game, man. It really is, and the graphics on it are gorgeous. You know.
Yeah, my third one I'm gonna give you is Marvel vs. Street Fighter. I like that game because it's kind of unique as well. And
yeah. Oh, it's a great game. It is a great game. I don't know why. It just doesn't capture me. That's all. It's great though. Like I played it a little while ago, and I was like, you know, it's great.
X-Men Children of the Atom.
Yeah, that's an amazing game. That's an amazing game. Stunning animation. My favorite collection, I have to say, out of all these collections, I've still got to give it to... If I had to rate the collection so far, and maybe I have to ruminate on this a little bit, because this collection may overtake it, but right now, my favorite collection is still the Marvel collection.
Yeah, me and Speed were talking about that earlier. Like, I think the Marvel collection has some for everyone to play, everyone to enjoy, and I'm maybe gonna change my mind eventually. Like, yeah, eventually.
Yeah, well, I may change my mind. I think I might change this to my number one soon, because I'm really starting to get into Power Stone now. As you know, I did my arcade play. I got another arcade playthrough coming. Now that Power Stone, it didn't gel with me after all these years. I've forgotten how to play it, and I was like, yesterday I was like, oh no, I'm not enjoying it as much as I remember. And then I went back on it again, and I started playing it on the Switch. I started playing the collection on the Switch in bed, and I was like, then it just clicked with me. I was like, I've got it. And so I went back down and played it on the PlayStation again, and I was like, okay, I've got it now. I had to go back on the Switch, and I was like, hang on, I know how to, I remember how to play this game now. I've got it. I know. I remember now how to do the jump mechanics and throw stuff in midair and how to time your Power Stone power-ups and I was like, once I got back into the rhythm of it, I was like, oh my god, now I love this collection probably even more. But yeah. And give me a while, I'll get back into Capcom versus give me a while, I'll get back into Power Stone 2 as well. It's just taking me a little while. Power Stone 2 is so nuts and chaotic. It sometimes takes me a little while to get into it. Whereas I find Power Stone 1 much more easy to follow. But I'm going to get back into Power Stone 2. I know I will.
I think you haven't played it for a long time, so I get that feeling. As well. Like.
Yeah. I think some people just prefer the simplicity of the first one, because the first one is nuts, just as the second one is. But I think some people just prefer the one-on-one aspect of Power Stone 1. I definitely do. I prefer that one-on-one version of it. I find that the four-player 2v2, four players against each other, I find it's so nuts. But the one thing I do love about Power Stone 2 is the levels when you're flying down on the sky and you're on the airship, and I love all that shit. It's brilliant, you know. I just need to get my rhythm back in the game. Once I've got my rhythm back in the game, I'm going to be playing that game all the time. You know, I've got my rhythm back on Power Stone 1 now, so but yeah, the top game for me obviously is Capcom Vs SNK 2. God, I love this game so much.
And last place for the Marvel Sun, it has to be Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for me. Like
Okay.
I understand the appeal.
No, I get it. It's a janky ass game. Even as someone who puts it as my number 1 in that collection, it's a jank game. It's a completely Mugen jank game. I get why people don't like it. I know loads of people who don't like MVC2. Tons of people. And they're like, it's so overrated, and it's like, I honestly thought you were going to love it. I really did. I was like, oh, MLA's going to love this game. So I'm actually surprised it's your least favorite, but now that when you explain it, I get why you think so.
I think I don't like everything to be too broken. I want the game to be balanced and fair. That's what I get the broken ass mess.
No, I get that.
I
get that.
Yeah, that's kind of why I don't like most of the Marvel games either. They were just kind of like slapped together. They're all like kind of broken as shit. I mean, they make sense. I mean, I obviously know all those games were made like 1 year after each other. It's not like they gave it a lot of thought.
Yeah.
All those games kept coming out. Like, there was a few games that came out the same year. Some of the games came out 1 year after another. They were coming out with those games left and right compared to like nowadays. So
yeah.
Of course, they weren't thinking of everything. So balance was definitely not a thing they were thinking about.
I even would take Marvel Infinite over Marvel vs. Capcom 2. Like,
I can never stand fucking CVS 2 because, for one, most of the King of Fighters characters are really fucking bad. They obviously favor the Street Fighter characters, which I think is kind of bullshit. And then, on top of that, when I lose in that game, it's like I'm not losing to my opponent. I'm losing just to stupid bullshit.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
Yeah, the game is just really fucking bad. It's a great idea, but it's just they obviously didn't think too much on how the fuck it would play. So, concept is really good, but the execution is really bad.
Yeah, I love Capcom vs SNK 2.
I like the first game though. The first game they actually thought it through because there's like the ratio system is way better in that game.
I don't blame you for that. And like, I get the appeal. Like, the presentation is a lot better as well. I'm gonna have to say again, like, Capcom vs. K1 has the better presentation, in my opinion. It's just something about that presentation drags me in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know what it is. I've always enjoyed Capcom vs SNK 2. It just feels like the game I've always wanted to play. It sits right with me completely. I love the feel of it. I love the look of it. I love the sound of it. Everything about that game works for me. I remember the first time I saw it with the like 3D backgrounds and everything. I was like, "Oh my god, this game looks fucking great!" I was like, I just fell in love with it the moment I saw it. And it always annoyed me that it was so difficult to get. I was like, "Why is this game so difficult to get?" I was like, of all the games they could make difficult to get, why this one?
Thank you for liking Marvel Superhero because of me.
Oh yeah, Marvel Superheroes is a cracking game now. It's like I get why you love it, MLA. Fucking bastard. Wang Tang is a bastard in this game. He really is.
Wang Tang.
I'll tell you the stuff I was playing during that time. Let's see, when did CVS 2 came out? 2001. I was playing King of Fighters 2001. And then like same thing with like CVS 1. CVS 1 came out 2000, so I was playing KOF 2000. Like there was other stuff coming out around that time. Like, SNK was really going fucking crazy with their games back then. Like, they were coming out with King of Fighters every single year. So, with that, that and World Heroes and Samurai Showdown, all those games always having multiple games every year. I never had a bunch of time to just, like, play a bunch of Marvel or fucking Street Fighter and that stuff.
The only best SNK character in is Harumaru, right? From the SNK.
Oh, he is amazing in SNK too. I love him.
Yeah, he's the only good character because he's
amazing. He's so good in that game.
Yeah,
he's broken as hell.
Oh, he's broken, but he's fucking great. I mean, I just love using him.
I love using him. I am basically.
That's honestly what it comes down to. There's a trend. It's like everybody likes the broken shit. You don't want to play a character who's like fucking bad. You want to play a character that does like a crazy ass amount of damage and is like super easy to win with. That's why people like those games. Like a lot of people usually don't like a lot of the Marvel games. They only like Marvel vs Capcom 2. Why? Because you can play busted ass characters in it. A lot of people don't like. I think one of the most slept on games in the Marvel collection is probably Children of the Atom. A lot of people don't like that game.
Oh, I think it's incredible.
I like that game.
Yeah, they don't like it because there really isn't a character that can just kill everybody with one touch. That's why. That's what it comes down to with most people. Like, the majority of people that play most of these fighting games, you start to see a trend. They always like the most busted-ass version. It's all about basically putting in minimal effort to win a match. That's what it is. Which I honestly, I kind of get that too, because it's like, on the opposite end, I mean, me, I like working hard for shit. So like, the appeal to me with a video game is when a video game isn't easy.
I'm exactly the opposite. I'm so the opposite.
I don't like when a game is too easy.
I'm exactly the opposite. I love it when a game is easy. I fucking love it.
Yeah, that's your opinion, though. That's.
No, I can see from everybody else's point of view, because it's like, why the hell would you want to sit there for hours trying to do something when you could just get through it immediately? Like, yeah.
No, I do agree with you, though, even though I prefer games that are easy. Like, I'll give you an example of what I mean by that, right? So, for example, I know From Software's games are designed to be hard. I get that. But as far as I'm concerned, I think it's absolute fucking horse shit that developer can't make an easy mode on that game. I think it's just bollocks, quite frankly. I just think it's horse shit. Of course he can make a fucking easy mode in the game. He just refuses to. It's as simple as that. Of course you can make an easy mode on fucking Demon Souls. That's absolute bollocks that you can. It's just bollocks.
Yeah, they could. That's the same argument with Monster Hunter. Everybody's hating Monster Hunter Wilds right now because the game's too easy. That's not how Monster Hunter was made.
That's like, the reason that's the reason I love it.
That would be the same reaction to if they made Dark Souls easy all of a sudden. Like, that's what a lot of people would hate about it, because it's about overcoming shit. Like, that's what both of those games have in common. It's about, they put a challenge up for you, and then you're supposed to use your own skill and ability and use different tactics. You're supposed to, like, go through trial and error to be able to overcome something that's, like, pretty much a unbeatable obstacle. But when you take that away, then all of a sudden it takes away the whole meaning of the game. Like, that's why a lot of people got into those series, was because, you know, you feel great after you've sat there for hours and hours trying to beat something that you keep constantly getting your ass kicked out.
Yeah. Like, I'm just, yeah.
And there's not a lot of games that do that too. That's also another point. Is majority of video games are really fucking easy. Like, I don't think anybody's ever complained about Mario being difficult. Like, there's honestly, if you want to play easy games, right, you have a bunch of options. Like, you have Kirby's an easy game for anybody to pick up and play. Like, even a child could play Kirby. Like, Kirby's not designed to be difficult. Like, there's Kirby, there's Yoshi, there's Mario. If you're not playing old school Zelda, if you're playing like the newer Zeldas, even newer Zelda games are very easy. Like really, really beginner friendly. Same thing with Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong was harder back in the day, but now Donkey Kong is actually really easy and accessible.
Yeah. Donkey Kong Country was... I wouldn't say it was a hard
Donkey
game.
Kong Country was kind of a challenge, yeah. You would have to kind of...
It was easy to begin with. Donkey Kong Country starts to get hard. Once you get past the snow level, and then you get into that kind of chemical plant level, that's when it starts to get tough.
Yeah. But yeah, games that are just like easy all the way through would be like Mario, the newer Donkey Kong games, Kirby and stuff, like a lot of Nintendo IP, really. Metroid, to a certain extent, if you're not good at managing your resources, Metroid can be pretty difficult. What other stuff, though? I'm trying to think of some other stuff that's outside of Nintendo. The newer Sonic games have been made very easy and accessible for people. Not really Crash Bandicoot. Now that's not a good one. Crash Bandicoot has still kept its difficulty after all these years. Tomb Raider's definitely gotten easier. But yeah, there's pretty much a lot of options is what I'm trying to say. So yeah, there's a ton of options. Where it's like, how many games can you count that actually challenge you, like, from the beginning? Like, there's really just only Monster Hunter and Dark Souls. Like, there's honestly nothing else. Like, unless it's from software, or unless it's Monster Hunter, well, not Monster Hunter Wilds, but the older Monster Hunter games, yeah. There's not really a lot. There's not even, like, a handful, which is crazy. That's kind of why people feel so strongly about it, you know? Like, there's not many, so it's like, when you take that away, it's like, god damn it, like, you're kind of fucking up the series, because we don't have a lot anyway, so this is kind of like our thing.
Yeah, I get it. I just love jumping into Monster Hunter, which is why I love Monster Hunter Wilds. But I get why. Yeah, it works for me because I can just jump into it.
Oh yeah, Metal Slug. That's another one. Yeah, Metal Slug is hard as fuck. Yeah, Metal Slug's another series too. That's also known for its difficulty. You get shot once, you die. You can get power-ups in Metal Slug, but that still doesn't change anything. You run into an enemy, you die. You get hit with a bullet, you die. You just die when you touch anything. If SNK was to make a new Metal Slug, like an actual, like a 2D Metal Slug, they would need to keep Metal Slug the same, because if they changed it to where, like, you have, like, a health bar or something like that, oh my god, yeah, that would piss off a lot of people. Metal Slug needs to stay the same, where it's just, you know, you get tapped by anything and you're just dead.
You know what I realized about myself? I always, most of the time, I play the protagonist for fighting games. Like,
yeah, I get that.
Most of the time. Like...
Oh no!
I killed that sting T-Rex.
No, I get that. Oh no!
I like, basically, I just I think the reason why I picked the protagonist in each fighting game, like, I can relate to them. They want to be the best. Like, and 2D fighters. And they want to travel.
No!
They want to travel around the world, basically. Like, to find the strongest fighters.
Fuck.
The only exception is Mortal Kombat and Tekken. That's the only characters I don't like. The protagonist, I pick Kung Lao or Raiden. It depends.
I would say Street Fighter also follows that too, because like Ryu doesn't go looking for challenges anymore. Now he just kind of doesn't give a shit.
Yeah.
Like with Street Fighter 5 and Street Fighter 6, Ryu just doesn't care anymore. Instead, he's trying to mostly like meditate, and he's trying to just work through his like past traumas is what he's doing. He's not looking for the next fight. That's even the same thing with Ken. Like, they kind of neutered Ken as well, because Ken used to be the same as Ryu. He used to travel around a lot and whatever too, but like, now since they made Ken a family man and everything, now he's just mostly staying in one place.
Ken always wanted to fight Ryu, so he
a
was
lot of the characters lost their kind of like their edge. Like they all lost their edge. Like you can honestly tell like how old these characters are. Even Chun-Li. Chun-Li fucking flat out retired in Street Fighter 6. He's not even fighting anymore. Like whenever something goes down, unless it's in Chun-Li's area, she's not going to get up to fight. Like the whole thing, like with JP and whatnot, she doesn't even care enough to even help Ken, which I think is kind of messed up. Like Chun-Li and Ken were on the same side, so it's like, what the hell? Like
that's kind of messed up, yeah.
Yeah, none of the characters, like they all kind of lost their edge. Like they're all old now. It kind of sucks to see that, really. There's honestly a lot of main characters go through that. I don't know why they're doing that. Honestly, I would like for them to keep the main characters young. Like they're really aging these characters, and it honestly sucks because who knows? Maybe during our time still, or maybe in the future when we're all gone, fucking Ryu and Ken are probably gonna end up dying in the series or something. They'll probably end up doing some shit like that in the future. Which I'm not a fan of that.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah, I'm definitely not a fan of that. The only character that never changed in fighting games so far, that they've still kept the same, is Kyo. You got Kyo and Iori. They're still the same. And, well, shit, pretty much every single character from KOF is basically still the same. Now they change, you know, like they changed like Terry like a long time ago. Like Terry used to be known as, you know, like the Hungry Wolf and shit. Now he's just nothing, pretty much.
And I'm hungry like the wolf.
And that happened ever since Garo came out. When Garo Mark of the Wolf came out, they ended up replacing him with Rock. So now, like, Terry doesn't do anything in the story. He just kind of sits there. It's all up to Rock. And that's really sad to see, because it's like, you know,
You want to tell what you told me
characters have
about?
no purpose anymore. That really sucks.
You want to tell what you told us, like me earlier, like SNK is not doing well. Right.
Oh yeah. I was telling Phil and MLA earlier when we were in Discord.
Yeah.
City of the Wolves is doing terrible in sales. Like really bad. Like so bad that DOA 6 actually did better than that game did.
Shit.
It's only sold 9,000 copies in all of Asia. If we're counting Japan alone, it only sold 4,000. And the rest of Asia, it sold 5,000. So 9,000 physical copies in total. And worldwide, it hasn't even sold 500,000. It's only sold 400,000. It's doing really bad.
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of people that were like, oh, you know, like, Ronaldo's in the game and stuff. You know, like, it's going to sell crazy because, you know, like, all the Ronaldo fans are going to love this game and stuff. Yeah, that was definitely not the truth. Having Ronaldo in the game didn't fix anything. I really wanted to be wrong about this. Like, I was saying this before the game even came out. Like, we're talking, like last year I was saying this. I was saying, like, I'm going to keep my hopes high, but, yeah, I have a feeling that it was going to go through the exact same thing. Like, because people have their heads so far up their ass with Street Fighter and other games, SNK games always get overlooked. So, it's just going to be like a curse that SNK has. Like, no matter what game they put out, no matter what quality it is, you know, it doesn't matter because it's not Street Fighter. So, yeah, that's kind of what's happening in City of the Wolves, is like, within its first couple of months, it can't even sell 1 million copies. Like, that's pretty crazy. Like, they're losing. Like, it's a good thing they got that Saudi Arabian company backing them, because right now, if they put that out and they weren't having that money being backed, SNK would probably be going for bankruptcy right now. They lost a lot of money on City. And it's crazy because, you know, they did everything that they could do. All the crazy promotion they've been putting out for the game, all this stuff that they've been buying into, and all, like, they're really trying. Like, they wanted this game to be a huge success, but it's not really, it's not selling.
That's a real shame.
And
Yeah.
it's a perfect game too.
SNK's last big selling game that actually sold over 1 million, especially within its first month of release, was King of Fighters 13. After that, everything just went downhill. Everybody stopped buying SNK games. Samurai Showdown 2019 was a huge failure for them. Another huge failure was King of Fighters 14. 15 did okay. It did decent sales, but it didn't do good, though. Yeah, they have had a horrible track record, man. All of the re-releases that they put out, you know, like SBC Chaos, the Samurai Showdown Collection, King of Fighters 97 Online, 98 Online, 2002 Online, all these games did not sell well. They're making SNK basically no money at this point. It's just got a very bad stigma, that's the thing. It's not Mortal Kombat, and it's not Street Fighter, and it can never be Mortal Kombat or Street Fighter. People are just never going to buy SNK stuff. SNK is really trying, because they're not, you know, obviously they're not doing the same thing that Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter do. They're not trying to milk you for all your money. They actually do everything correct.
Yeah, I agree.
That's what I find crazy. Like, the games are not $80 to $100. You know, you're not paying that much for City of the Wolves. You don't have to buy these insane fucking season passes, and you don't have to do these dumb battle passes and shit. You don't have to pay for stages and everything. You only have to pay for characters. That's it. You don't have to pay for extra costume colors and all this extra shit. Like, all these other games are trying to milk you dry of your money. SNK doesn't do that, and look at how it's treated. It's pretty messed up.
Yeah, I agree.
SNK is trying to help people. They're not trying to... They're just trying to bring you a quality game. That's all they're trying to do. They're trying to bring you a quality game and not overcharge you. Which, that's what everybody complains about, which is what I find crazy. If that's what everybody wants, why don't they just play SNK games then? Why do you, why do you even bother playing Street Fighter or anything when all they do is overprice you for crap? But, you know, Even though people complain about it, they still want to play Street Fighter though. So, whatever. How it is.
I think our if they had lobbies on that Samurai Showdown collection, people would.
Oh yeah, definitely. They had lobbies on that game. That would have been great.
You know the Neo Geo Samurai Showdown collection. I love that collection. Is what.
God, I haven't played that collection in ages.
I remember when they came out with the 40th anniversary of SNK. They came out with the 40th anniversary game, and nobody bought that neither because most of the people don't even know what most of those games are.
I love that collection. I fucking love that collection.
Got Athena on there, and got Tank, and all these other like great games. Nobody even knows what half of that stuff is. That's the reason why they don't want to buy it. They know about all the old Capcom games, you know. They don't know what SNK put out. That's the reason why nobody bought it. They're just like, what the hell is this?
Man.
It's really sad. You know, like, SNK has been around as long as Capcom has, but, man, they get treated like crap.
They're second fiddle to Capcom.
So this is the Power Stone. At last I now hold it in my hands. What? No, this can't be true.
I hope Virtual Fighter 6 does well.
Hang on.
And that's what I'm hoping.
No, the Power Stone! It's gone! I've lost it all because of your lousy piloting. What? How dare you? You saved your life. I swear that stone will be mine again one day. Power Stone remains buried deep within the ruins of the shrine. But Falcon will return one day to find it and snatch it away like the wind. Like the MLA red wind. Like a red whirlwind.
I like that confidence, Dave.
Yeah, I know what you mean though. But I'm just more into I'm more into quick fix games. However, I do love stuff like Demon Souls really captured me. I love that game, but I can't even get off the first level. I mean, it's ridiculous. I love that game, but I can't get off the first level. I can't even get off the... I don't know if you've ever tried it, MLA. It's one of the hardest games in the world. It is insanely hard. And, I mean, I can't even fucking get past it. The game is so good. It's just amazing. Like, the dragons in that game look incredible. It just... How you doing, Sing? Thanks for being here, buddy.
Honestly, I feel like SNK at least tried.
Yeah, they tried.
Well, I'd much rather... I think Fatal Fury City of the Wolves is one of my favourite fighting games. I love it. Absolutely love it. I love playing it. It's a great game. It's far better than Tekken 8 to me. Far better.
I don't blame you.
Like, and I know you love Tekken MLA, but to me, Tekken 8 is the biggest disappointment. It's just... But I'm not going to go down that route again. All you guys know what I mean. I think about Tekken 8, but
yeah.
I think City of the Wolves is a vastly superior game. But then I just prefer SNK games anyway to Namco fighting games. Well, I say that. I always loved the Tekken series, but yeah, I don't know. They've lost me with Tekken 8. They really have.
I've always been Team SNK, so yeah, I definitely get it.
Yeah.
I get it too. I will still support Tekken 8, and I know with the backlash that Tekken 8. Dude, they have to do a lot more fixing in the bag I'm still playing my games anyway, so.
Yeah, I get it. I mean, it just for me, I will sit down and play Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves. I'll do like a 10 round against a CPU or something, or play an arcade playthrough. I'll have loads of fun. Tekken 8, I put it on, I'm like, it just bores me.
I feel you.
You know, and I don't feel like that about Street Fighter 6. I know loads of people who find Street Fighter 6 boring. And are completely bored with it now. I personally love Street Fighter 6. But
I would take I would take Fatal Fury over Street Fighter 6 anything. That's just me, man. That's
I would rate Street Fighter 6. Personally, I would rate Street Fighter 6 over Fatal Fury. But then there's not many games that, in all honesty, that I think are as good as Street Fighter 6 for me. So, but I think Fatal Fury would be my... Would it be my second favourite? Probably. You know what? It probably
I
would
hope
be.
Virtual Fighter does well. That's what I'm like. Well, like.
Yeah, Fatal Fury would be my second
doesn't add
favorite.
any stupid meters to it, and it should be alright. I wouldn't be surprised if Virtua Fighter ends up changing just like the rest of these fighting games have. Virtua Fighter ends up having some stupid type of meter mechanic or some bullshit. That's the reason why Tekken's in such shitty shape, because, you know, rage arts, rage drives, all this other shit. They already had the rage mechanic already fine in the first game that they introduced it. When they introduced it in Tekken 6, they should have just kept it like that. But nope, they needed to keep trying shit, so...
Tekken lost its identity in Tekken 6, but I'm just saying that. Because of the rage and the proper martial arts. Completely gone now, right?
I know this is gonna come off as, like, probably hate and whatnot, but just, like, try to bear with me on this one. I don't think Tekken ever had a fucking identity. It always seemed like Tekken was always just been stealing shit from other games. At least that's what it comes to for me, anyway. Like that's honestly what I've seen from the Tekken series. Is like I'm gonna point a few things out, right? So obviously, if you don't agree, you don't agree. It's fine. But Tekken, right? Tekken comes out. Why? Because they needed to copy Virtua Fighter. So they end up doing that exact same thing. They end up copying Virtua Fighter. They end up having, like, you know, like, the moon jumps and everything else. Like, remember, like, when Tekken 1 and 2 had those, like, when you would jump 80 feet in the air? That was exactly like Virtua Fighter.
Yeah, I remember that.
And then, like, yeah, and then, like, you couldn't sidestep or anything else, too. Yeah, that's all Virtua Fighter shit. So the game really didn't have its own identity when it came out. It just had different characters. It's basically, like, a different take on Virtua Fighter. And then, like, you got Tekken 3, which Virtua Fighter already started doing sidesteps, and so did every other fighting game. So, again, that's another mechanic that, like, Tekken didn't make up on its own. Because every single fighting game was using, like, actual, like, you know, 3D movement at that time. And then you have Tekken 4. Tekken 4, it's like, oh, well, they have environmental stuff and whatever. Yeah, but DOA was already doing DOA 2. DOA 2 came out years before Tekken 4, and it was already doing shit like, you know, you would break people through windows, and you would go up terrain, down terrain, and the stages would change depending on where you were. Yeah, that's all DOA stuff. So DOA was the inventor of that one, because no other 3D fighting game was doing that. That was only DOA stuff.
That's the whole reason I loved
Tekken.
Go on, mate. Sorry.
Yeah, go ahead.
No. No. Well...
Oh yeah. So yeah. What I was saying was You know, like DOA was the originator. That's what made it stand out from other fighting games. That it came up with that concept because no other 3D fighter was doing that. And then when Tekken 4 rolls around, what do? They copy the exact same thing from DOA. They have breakable objects in the stage. They have stages that go down terrain, up terrain. You would knock people into cars and all kinds of shit. That's the same thing that DOA was doing. And then Tekken 5 got rid of the whole terrain thing and just went back to basic Tekken.
Yeah.
And then Tekken 6, finally, when it has its own thing, which is Rage, no other 3D fighter was doing that at the time. DOA 4 was out and stuff, and whatnot, and Tekken 6 came out with that, and that was really Tekken's own thing. It's just Rage. So, Rage, obviously, you know, you get down to low health, and then all of a sudden you're doing extra damage when you're on low health. That's all Rage was, simply. Like on its very purest form, that's what Rage was. Rage was just, I'm going to get extra damage because I'm at low health. So whatever hit I land, I'm going to get a small damage multiplier. That's pretty much all it was. And then they decide, you know, skip forward to Tekken 7. And now you have Rage Arts. But what came out before Tekken 7? In 2012, Dead or Alive 5. Tekken 7 didn't come out till, what, 6 to 7 years later? And what did DOA do? DOA made what do you call it? Power Blows. And Power Blows, what does that do? Power Blows, you have to be on low health, charge up your attack, and then boom, you let a special move rip. But it wasn't cheap. You couldn't just do it at random because, you know, your opponent could counter it, they could block it, they could move out the way. There was multiple options. It was a very risky thing to pull out on your opponent if you're just going to throw it out there, you know? So DOA did it better. And then what did Tekken do? Tekken copied from DOA again. Because Rage Arts are just power blows. That's literally what they are. They function the same too. You get access to a super move as soon as your health is low. That's what they copied from DOA years ago, which is ridiculous.
Yeah, so... Go on, mate.
And then one more thing. So the last thing. Tekken 8 comes out. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. What did Soul Calibur do before Tekken 8 came out? Heat is not original. Like,
yeah,
Heat, again, is another stolen mechanic from another game because Soul Calibur did that. Soul Calibur 6 has meter that you can spend, and it powers up your character, and you get access to different moves and all kinds of shit. Heat does the exact same thing.
And I remember the one thing I really hate about Tekken 8, the heat doesn't drain as quickly. Like, really, when you get hit and get...
Yeah.
You drain faster. Like, heat should not be the main... It does remind me... Tekken 8 definitely gone animated route. Too much. Like, too much anime. Like...
Oh yeah, definitely has.
So the reason I loved Tekken 4 so much was because it went down the open stages like Dead or Alive 2. Because obviously I had Dead or Alive 2 on the Dreamcast when it first came out, way before Tekken 4 came out. And so I was so chuffed when they went down that route. I was like, yes, they're going 3D now. And so I really like Tekken 4. I know it's a bit broken, but I love the game. But then Dead or Alive 2 was...
Tekken 4 is the underrated Tekken game, I feel like.
It is.
It's the most underrated Tekken game in the series. I like Tekken 4 as well.
I mean, look, I think Tekken 6 is absolute dog shit. I mean, I just can't stand it. I played it recently on my Xbox, and I was like, fuck me, I hate this game. I just can't get into it at all.
Yeah, man. I think Tekken Tag Tournament 2 maybe that didn't let me enjoy Tekken. Tekken Tag Tournament 2, I mean, I hated that game.
I get that.
Oh yeah, that game was bullshit.
Tekken Tag Tournament 1 is great,
that was
though.
at Tekken's lowest point when, like, yeah, it really didn't let you enjoy the game.
I even felt like I need to put the controller down. I was like, and then he killed the series. Tekken, in general.
Yep. Pretty much Tekken became Marvel. One touch.
I don't like broken ass shit like Marvel vs. Capcom. It's like that. I don't like too much broken things. I like it balanced. Like, yeah. I just like it balanced.
Yeah,
I completely understand, bro. Like, I've come from, obviously you guys know my background. I've come from playing DOA and playing King of Fighters my whole life, so SNK and Team Ninja are just the best at making balanced games. They don't have characters that do an insane amount of damage just for doing one thing, or they don't have like a bunch of infinite combos. Like, that's just not a thing in those games. So that's the reason why I'm so used to that. Like, that's kind of where like my whole my taste in games kind of comes from. Like, the reason why I'm so hard on other fighting games, it's because of that. So it's like I kind of wish that other games had the same standard. All the other fighting games are just broken in comparison. You can always just do some shit to completely cheese out your opponent.
I'm sorry about Tekken 5. The Oscar was broken as well. I like the Oscar, but like in general, so.
Like with DOA and King of Fighters, it was just simply your opponent was better. It didn't matter what character you picked. You could pick any character you want to, and you could still win. It's not like one character is just massively better than the other. That's never really a thing. You pick anybody you want, you can make it work. And it wasn't hard neither. It's not like you're going to sit there and lose about 1,000,000 times before you get one win. Like, the game is very flexible. That's the thing. Both King of Fighters and Dead or Alive is very flexible. That's the reason why you don't, like, I mean, shit, look at the most fighting game tournaments, right? You end up seeing the same character over and over. You don't see that shit for Dead or Alive or for King of Fighters. You end up seeing different teams and everything else all the time. You don't have like 50 people all picking the same character.
This is gonna be a match to remember.
I don't know.
And Tekken Tag Tournament 2. When I played it online, like, I think it was like 3 years ago, 4 years ago, when I sometimes set up my PS3, I didn't enjoy Tekken Tag Tournament for the life of me, man. If they do make a Tekken Collection or a Tekken Tag Tournament.
Final stage in Osaka. The Pan American champion is ready for his fight.
I don't mind seeing the game. It's just I don't want to have the flashbacks. Oh, I'm bound. Yeah, at least I got Tekken 8. That's the only thing that's saving grace, man.
This battle is about to explode.
I don't know. Yeah, man.
I don't know what's going to happen with the FGC in the future, but like right now, that's the reason why I'm not so focused on it. I used to really love fighting games. Now I'm kind of just losing my love for fighting games because of how just stupid and broken they are, and just all this dumb shit that they're doing with games. It's kind of making me fall out of love with it. That's why I don't see it playing as often. I'd rather just do speedrunning, because at least speedrunning isn't changing. A lot of these games are changing worse, to be honest.
I don't
Not that hard to make a balanced fighting game, I'll tell you that one. It really isn't. I just don't know why every fighting game developer is so damn hard-headed.
I don't completely blame you, man. Honestly. Man.
Not impossible, for real. We've had a lot of fighting games that went under the radar. Always the broken stuff that gets popular.
Fuck.
I would take Marvel Infinite. Visuals looked ugly, but the gameplay was fine.
I honestly think Marvel Infinite was fine. It's just its character roster was out. They
And the
just had a better
visuals
character
of the
roster. That
character.
game would be a lot better.
I'm saying like the character visuals, bro. Like,
Honestly, if you were to ask me, I think Marvel 3 looked...
I think Marvel 3. I think Marvel 3. I prefer Infinite to Marvel 3. I know Marvel 3 is probably a better game, but I found Marvel 3 fucking boring. I really
I
did.
don't like Marvel 3 either.
It's boring as fuck.
the baby is
It's a
saying
dull. It's a dull looking game. It's my least favorite Marvel vs. Capcom game. It's fucking dull.
I never liked the comic book art style. I think it made the game look like crap.
It looked like it had that cell shaded look.
I think Fatal Fury, City of the Wolves comic style is really good. That's the comic style you need, Pops. I feel like if they wanted.
Woo! Great battles. That's how to outplay and outfight. The Mark of the Millennium is done. The champion of the martial arts has just been decided. The title goes to
Game changer.
Ken, E Honda, and Chun-Li.
Yeah, no.
Nice.
I now present all you fans the best of the best. Oi. Listen to the cheers. The roaring applause won't stop. This concludes the Mark of the Millennium tournament, live from Osaka, Japan. It's about time that we signed off. See you next time. Some asshole standing on the goddamn ledge.
Oh, fuck.
I love doing arcade playthroughs on games. I really do. It's one of my favorite things.
I'm gonna be right back, guys.
No problem.
Alright.
Yeah.
I mean, my thing with SNK is they always make games that I want to play. They always make games I want to play. It's as simple as that. Every time SNK come out with a game, I'm like, oh, I want to play that. Like, I didn't get that new Metal Slug Tactics game, but I want to play it. I absolutely want to play it. They just make games that I want to play. Their visual designs are always everything I want to play. I've always felt like this ever since I was a young lad. You know, when I fell in love with SNK the minute they brought out King of the Monsters. As soon as they brought that game out, and then I saw their big chunky sprites with Fatal Fury and Art of Fight, and I was like, I love these guys. This is what I like. This is my kind of shit. I love it. And I always used to think, I wish Capcom would make games like this. And I always loved Capcom as well, but they always came second to SNK for me. SNK, I always felt that the high prices of their games, even though it was ridiculous prices, I always felt it was warranted because the games looked that much better.
Yeah.
They may have been insanely expensive, but back in 1991, when you saw Neo Geo games, King of the Monsters and they looked visually way better because this is before the PlayStation came out, so it looked like 24-bit. Everything else was 16-bit, and Neo Geo looked like it was 24-bit. It was 24-bit, but it looked it. It was at midway between 16-bit and 32-bit, and it looked it. You could tell the difference. It simply did, you know? So that's why it was always worth the money to me. But, yeah, Namco, as I said, I used to love them as a producer, but I think Namco have completely fucking dropped the ball over the past few years. I think everybody was having a go at Capcom over the past years, and they pulled it back. I think Namco are in a shit state right now. They're living off all these other IPs. They're living off IPs like Dragon Ball and all these RPGs they're bringing out. Namco seem to be living off RPGs at the moment. All of these obscure Japanese RPGs that nobody's ever heard of. They don't seem to be concentrating on the main IPs. There's all these games that they've got. Look, why aren't they making another Point Blank? Why aren't they making another Time Crisis? Why aren't they making... I just don't get why they've got all these great things that people remember them for, and they never use them.
Yep.
They're going down the Konami route. At least Konami is starting to come back a little bit now. But, yeah.
Sega was on that same thing, too. They needed to do a lot better by these games a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's been a long time since we had a Knights game. It's been a long time since we had a Golden Axe. It's great that we had Streets of Rage 4 and stuff just about 5 years ago, but that took forever to come out, too.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it did.
Sega only cared about Sonic the Hedgehog for years, and I love Sonic. That's the reason why I love video games, so... Obviously, yeah, I can see why, but, I do feel for the other games, too.
Yeah, I do.
Like, Sega's identity isn't just Sonic. That's the one thing they need to get right. Sega was a company way before Sonic was ever a thing. Also, Nintendo needs to do better by Star Fox as well, because they're not coming out with anything Star Fox.
I have done so you are grave. Live and let die. Fight.
Seems like Metroid and Donkey Kong and all this stuff is having like a big like resurgence, but where the hell is Star Fox though? Speaking of Konami too, I would also like for them to make a new Castlevania. At least attempt to make a new one. Or if they don't want to make a new one, then that's fine. They could just remake the first 3 Castlevanias.
Yeah.
At least as something as like a temporary thing anyway. Like they could remake them, see how they sell, you know, see if people are still interested in Castlevania, and obviously people are, but you know, I'm just saying like sales wise, like see how it does, and then if it does well, then make a brand new game. I think that they should stick with 2D, at least for now, before they start experimenting with like a 3D Castlevania or something. They should play the safe route and just make like mostly 2D one. Like for any, I think for any IP to make a comeback, like when the IP has like hit its lowest, I think the best way to bring them back is to do what they did years ago. Like pretty much go back to the drawing board, go back to the original formula, and then once you see that working again, once you start to get some like momentum, then try to experiment.
Yeah, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, because, you know, the way companies think nowadays is like, oh, we're going to take a risk on this, try this. Like, they're not innovative because it's all about money now. So, yeah, the safest route, I think, is just to capitalize on what they've done before. Go back to their roots, create a few games, you know, win the people's favor back again, and then start experimenting. And Capcom needs to do the same with Mega Man. Mega Man needs to make a resurgence again, too, as Mega Man used to be one of their biggest IPs. Now it's basically nothing.
Live and let die.
Yeah. I mean, why Konami are sitting on Castlevania, I just makes no sense to me, considering that the anime was such a success. What the fuck are they thinking?
Yeah, really. They're sitting on that, and they're also sitting on DDR, too. DDR needs to make...
Yeah.
Instead, DDR is only in arcades, and it's only in arcades over here in Japan. They need to make like a whole like worldwide thing again out of DDR. I mean, come on. If Just Dance can keep coming out every single year, people would definitely love a new DDR. Come on.
Make
a new DDR for consoles. You know, do what they used to do back then. Bring back all the original songs and stuff. Make some new songs. Come on now, people love DDR. I don't think a bunch of people wouldn't buy a new DDR game if it got released. Come on. That's easy money for
yeah, it is.
For them. Yeah, Konami can make easy money off that. Come on. They're acting like fucking... They're acting like DDR just fell off the map or something. Nah, what happened was DDR was still doing fine even in the PS3 era. They just decided to quit it and only release it in arcades, and then they let Just Dance take over.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were too lazy. They should have just kept making DDR games, but wanted to let Just Dance take over.
This is gonna be a match to remember.
I'm actually tired of that series. I really hate Just Dance, especially because of the music that they be picking. They just picking the bullshit that's on the radio. I like DDR's music, but at least it's like original. Play a Just Dance game and I have to fucking... Instead of dancing to Michael Jackson or like some other good shit, I have to listen to freaking, I don't know, fucking Chris Brown or fucking Drake or some shit.
Or Billie Eilish.
Yeah, Billie Eilish. Oh, God, yeah. Billie Eilish and Drake. Like, come on.
Yeah, that's not fucking music.
I don't want that shit in my dancing game. Come on. Make some original music instead of just ripping shit from the radio.
Eight people in the chat. Thank you, guys.
Live and let die.
I'm playing Tomb Raider 1 right now. Just practicing speedrunning it.
My favorite Tomb Raider.
A long time ago.
My favorite Tomb Raider game.
Yeah, the hardest one to run too.
I still don't know how on that first level you get through that gate and with that shortcut. I don't know how you do that.
It's not hard. It's hard to set up. It's not hard to execute. It's all about the angle. That's really all it is. You would have to like watch a tutorial, or I would have to like do a tutorial on how to do it. But pretty much you run Laura into a certain angle, and once you have it, all you do is just jump forward and then just hold the grab button. And if you did it correctly, she'll kind of like press up against the wall and slide through the gate. And if she didn't do it, then she'll end up just hitting the wall and she'll just fall backwards. It's really just about the angle. That's it. There's other glitches that are actually complicated, like the one they're doing right now, but that one's actually fairly simple.
Dave, you know what we talked about on Facebook Messenger? That's yes. I don't like the new Superman suit.
Oh, the new Superman suit. Yeah, I'm really looking forward to the film, but the suit looks like dog shit. I mean, it looks like.
They come out with a new trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They've done
they
a
did, yeah.
reaction to it.
I did a reaction to it. But yeah, I think it's. I think the new suit is dog shit.
I don't like the S of the new suit.
9 people in the chat. Thank you very much, guys. Oh
I'll
shit!
check that out. I haven't seen it yet.
Yeah, I agree. Damn. How do I choose the selection of my characters on Capcom Vs SNK? How do I rotate them?
For the first game, it has a
No, SNK 2.
Like before you start the fight,
Yeah.
I forget what button combinations it is. You have to press like certain buttons to have like whatever character go first. I
Okay.
forget what it is.
I think it's when it says 1, 2, 3. Like I think something like.
And he says it's press high punch and high kick. Oh, I know. I see what I've been doing now. I've been pressing high punch and low punch. Fucking hell! No wonder I wasn't doing it right. Do you remember when I was playing it yesterday, MLA, and I couldn't rotate my characters?
Yeah. I get confused by that too.
That damn sword run always gets me. Hate that.
Cheers, Stone.
Let me do that one.
Oh shit!
I get that confused as well, Dave.
Yeah, it is confusing. I need to beat Geese.
I wanna put at least my ratio 2 last. Like,
oh! You want to put what last?
like the ratio system. My last character on the last area. I don't get the numbers either.
Fuck. Oh, you fucking... Come on, I've got him. Surely I've got him. Need to beat him with Gil. Gil. Oh, he's gonna fucking beat me, I know it. Oh.
People are sweaty in that game. Capcom Vs SNK, you have to realize.
Oh! The sweaty and what? Sorry?
Sweaty people. Bad collection.
Oh yeah.
Like,
No, this is the arcade playthrough I'm playing right now.
oh yeah, like you play online.
So it's high kick and high punch. That's triangle and circle, isn't it?
Yeah.
Final stage. This should prove to be a worthy battle. The final bout, but I wonder where Guy is. Okay, this is the final battle. I got to go up against. Who is that? Is that Maki? Yeah, it is Maki. I love Maki in this. Oh, you've changed your controls, Tone. Whenever I change my controls, I always fuck it up. Last time I changed controls on a fighting game, I completely messed it up and then had to change it to default and I'd forgotten what I'd done before. My brain gets so confused when I do stuff like that.
I never changed my controls for games. I always just play on default. I'm not going to remember what I changed it to. That's the problem.
That's my problem. That's why I always get confused.
Yeah, I can remember the default. I just can't remember when I changed something.
I change my buttons. No.
I usually come up with different ways to do things. Like, if something's too difficult, like if it depends on like, you know, timing or mashing or something like that, I usually end up either going with like a claw grip. Like I'll usually end up like just changing the way I hold the controller, so I'll go with a different grip. Sometimes for mashing or something, I'll hold the controller sideways.
Like for me, I had to change. I remember Margin and Margin kind of helped me with my controller setup, and pretty much for the marble.
Mm.
You fucker.
I almost made the same button like Margin. Well, so almost. I had to change a couple things myself to feel comfortable.
Oh fuck. Fuck. Ah, fuck. Oh, you bastard.
And we right back, guys.
Okay, mate. Oh, for fuck's sake. Oh! Come on, Carl, you gotta beat Terry now. Oh, again. Guile versus Terry Bogard. Damn, bro. Great battles. That's how do I play and outfight. The Mark of the Millennium is done. The champion of the martial arts has just been decided. The title is... Wait, what? What? I could hear the war cry of a true warrior. Was that yours? Now prove your skill and strength to me. Oh, fuck. Oh, shit.
Next location is...
Oh, shit.
Gunmetal Gothic. Oh, this looks awesome.
This battle is about to explode.
Oh, you fucker. I do not get. Okay. Come on, Sigat. Do it. Do it for the fans. Fuck you. Get in. Oh, there he is. Akuma. You can't stop me. I will never quit or give up. Ah, it seems that a true warrior has come at last. Let's see if he is worthy of my time. Oh, shit. The shit's really hit the fan now. Who knows what become of the two who destroyed the castle? The wind carries the scent of death. Can this be the end? Fuck knows. Man, that was good. There's something about arcade playthroughs. I don't know what it is. I love doing arcade playthroughs. They're just that's my way of relaxing playing games. I was saying this to Tony the other day, actually. Because you like doing your like arcade playthroughs on like fighting games as well, don't you, Jeff?
Yeah.
That's your thing, like, because like, you know, when you do your like, see, I prefer doing arcade playthroughs to the story mode on an story modes to me on most fighting games are bullshit. I'd rather do the arcade playthrough. Some of them are just so convoluted. I'm just like, the only storylines I actually follow are the SNK ones. And I say this as a massive Capcom fan. I get lost in a lot of the story, like the Tekken storylines. I've got no time for anymore. They just bore the shit out of me. And the Mortal Kombat storylines have got so out of hand that I just don't even bother anymore. And I'll give NetherRealms their due. They put a lot of effort into the movie style kind of storylines and all that, but I'm just not interested in it. I tell you what game had a really good story mode, and I don't usually do story modes, is Guilty Gear Strive. Guilty Gear Strive had a great story mode because it had that lovely anime cartoon to it and stuff that you could watch. That was actually a really good story mode. I have to give it its due. They did a great story mode on that game.
I don't know. I don't know why they call it story mode. So
it's a film. It's basically a film.
Yeah, this should just call it a movie.
A movie. But I like that Guilty Gear Strive actually went out of their way and actually gave you a little film in the game as well. I think that's kind of cool that they did that. You know, I don't really play the game anymore, but it's an amazing game. I think Guilty Gear Strive's brilliant. It's stunningly beautiful to look at. It's a fantastic fighting game. Again, my problem with Guilty Gear Strive is...
Me and Speed are gonna disagree with you.
Well, no, it's a boring game. I think it's a really well made game, but it's boring as fuck.
I'm not talking about the story mode kind of aspect. I want to play my stories too, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah, you like your stories.
I like my stories. Fighting games, like,
yeah, I feel the same way. It's I don't know. If they released that as an anime or something, that would have been better. But putting that in the game, I was really mad when I first played through it because I'm sitting there for literally hours waiting for when I'm going to be able to fight in game, and then figuring out that I'm never going to be able to do that. That kind of wasted my time a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I sat there and watched that whole story mode for 4 hours straight, and the game never once said that you're not able to play the story mode. They should have kind of made that apparent. Like, they should tell everybody right from the start that, like, you know, you're not actually going to be doing matches.
Yeah.
And no, at least if they did that, then I wouldn't have been so mad, but the fact they didn't do that, yeah, that's what really pissed me off, because I was like, bro, I'm like, why couldn't you just say that from the beginning instead of wasting my time? At least I would have known something. But yeah. It looks great. I mean, yeah, it's the Guilty Gear graphics and everything. It looks awesome. And it'd be great as its own like standalone anime, which is what they did now, which is kind of weird. Now they have a Guilty Gear Strive anime, but I don't know. They should have done that when the game came out.
Like, I'm gonna say this, like. Like, I like playing my story modes from both sides. Like, play the good guys and the bad guys. Like, everyone gives Street Fighter 5 story mode get played at least Street Fighter 5 done some. You play the bad guys and the good guys.
Yeah, I actually
Most-
think I didn't like the visuals to the Street Fighter 5 story mode, but I have to give it its due. The actual story itself was good on Street Fighter 5.
Yep. You have
I
to give
agree
it
with you.
that, at
It was.
least. Yeah. You play the bad guys and the good guys. They kind of balance. In story mode, I hate the chapters. They should just. I think, honestly, Mortal Kombat. I know Mortal Kombat started that trend. Like, MK and the universe, and it started the trend. And you know what? Yeah, just
Yeah.
I feel like that's how I feel about story.
Hey, Dad, you alright? I'm on stream at the moment. Hang on, guys, I'm just going to mute the mic a minute. Just going to mute the mic.
Yeah. Tekken.
Next location is London. Hey, come on! This is gonna be a match to remember. Fight! Wow, they came out with the crack shoot! Crack shoot! Power wave! Power wave!
You alright, guys?
Yep. And good.
Oh, you fucker. Oh, Maru.
Maru. He's the best character.
Yeah, the amount of energy he takes off, it's insane. Jarek says, I do play Wiles where I fight an arc-tempered monster. Yeah. That was cool, that ending I had there with the Kuma on the last arcade playthrough there. This is my third arcade playthrough now in a row. Okay, we got Eagle.
Next location is Barentsburg.
Balrog, and I've forgotten his name.
I like my games have story. If the story mode makes sense, like if it's going in a good direction, then it makes perfect sense.
Oh shit. Shit. Eagle is fucking great. I love him. Damn. Damn, Eagle's brilliant. Eagle from Street Fighter 1. I love it. Ryo.
Live and let die. Fight. They came out with a sneaky surprise attack at the start of the round.
I hope Jojo comes online.
He'd be asleep right now, surely.
Usually it comes on by this.
This is gonna be a match to remember. Fight.
Yamazaki. Oh shit.
Surprise attack at the start of the round.
Fuck. Bastard. Oh shit. Missed it. Whoa. Oh. Shit. Uppercut. Nice. Good one, Ryo. Yeah, I'm definitely more of an arcade playthrough kind of guy with my video games. Whenever there's a story mode, you might have noticed as much, I never go for the story mode. I never follow any story mode in any fighting game. I just can't be arsed.
And you like watching me play the story mode, like
Exactly. I'd rather watch you do it because I know you enjoy it. And like, you know, because you love doing all that. Okay, like it's like when Tony did the arcade, the story mode on Mortal Kombat 11. I never went through it, but I watched it on his channel. And it's like when you did Tekken. I finally got to understand the Tekken story because of you, MLA, because I didn't really know it. So you kind of filled in a lot of the blanks.
Story. Thanks. Yeah. I like to do arcade playthroughs as well, but story mode kind of makes me happy. Like, what's the state of the story mode, or what's the issue in this story mode or that story mode? And, yeah, I don't like.
Yeah, no, I get that. God, I love this game so much. Capcom Vs SNK 2, I really do. Excuse the pun, but this game is my groove.
I take Capcom Vs SNK 2 over Marvel vs Capcom 2 as well. Just saying that. But,
yeah, I would as well. Definitely. Oh!
At least you have a fighting game chance.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, here we go. Here comes a new challenger. It's Geese Howard, isn't it? Yeah, baby. Okay, Team Fatal Fury versus Geese Howard.
Team Fatal Fury. You and Joe, Terry, and Andy's not in the game, right?
I got
your
Ryo.
bird?
Ryo.
Rio, yeah, Rio. Ryo.
Ryo.
Ryo?
Ryo?
It's Rio. Oh, Rio. Rio Sabazaki. I can't speak.
Shit. You bastard. Alright. Rio. Let's go, Rio. Oh, yes! Get in. What a lovely finish. I can deal with any opponents with my Kyakugan style.
My God, life as well now.
Okay, final round. Here we go, guys. The final stage in Osaka. In the final bout, I'll show off everything I've got, okay? This should prove to be a worthy battle. Terry, Rao, and Joe versus Ryu and Chun-Li. SNK versus Capcom in the final stage.
Live and let die. Fight.
Oh, fuck. Shit! Getting my ass handed to me here. Ryo versus Ryu. You fucker. Oh, you fucker. You fucker. Get in. Come on, come on. Come on, Ryo. Final stage. I've got Joe as well. Up against Chun-Li. Come on, here we go. Fucker. Oh shit. Oh yes, 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 yes. No, you don't. You bitch! I want to put Melody left. Okay. Go, Joe. Come on, we can do this. Joe, I guess. Oh, no, you don't. Oh shit. Oh, Jesus. That was close, guys. We did it. Woo. Great battles. That's how to outplay and outfight. The Mark of the Millennium is done. The champion of the martial arts is just being decided. Title goes to Terry, Ryo, and Joe.
Terry, Ryo, and Joe.
I now present all you fans the best of the best. Yeah, nah! Listen to the cheers. Their roaring applause won't stop. This concludes the Mark of the Millennium tournament, live from Osaka, Japan. And this time we won't be fighting. That guy stood on the ledge. Yeah, no!
Shadow. Shadow, Konimashita.
Shit. What? What'd you say?
Konimashita. Shadow. Konimashita.
Yeah, I'm getting back into Power Stone now. I'm so excited to get back into it. And it was playing on the Switch last night in bed that got me back into it. I was like, I'm going to give it another go. And I was like, fuck it, now I've got it. And then not last night in bed, sorry. When I was let down in bed yesterday. Like having a bit of a nap during the evening. And then I was like, okay, now I've got it. So I went back downstairs and thought, right, now I can play it on the PlayStation. Now I've learned how to do it. The online community on the Switch version is massive. Loads of people online on the Switch version.
Yeah.
Not as many as on the PlayStation, obviously, but still very good for the Switch.
It's still. I wonder how the PC community would take it though.
But yeah, good point.
Yo. Yeah.
Yo.
Are you okay?
先到やなかったはいどうぞはい
This
How you doing,
game-
Chris?
This game is fucking amazing.
Which game?
Rivals.
Oh, are you live right now?
I'm not live right now.
Okay.
I'm gonna go live after this match.
Okay. Hope you're okay, Chris.
I hope you're doing okay, Chris, as well, man.
MLA said he hopes you're doing okay. You're still feeling gloomy. Oh, bless you, mate. Sorry to hear that, my friend. Well, sending positive energy your way. And a big bro hug from all of us. All SNK staff, all the Capcom staff, and you. What were you going to say, Emily?
I hope we can help you in a positive light, Chris. And
Yeah, bless you.
You have earned your place in history. Inscribe. I know that you be
Abate.
6th. 1st, 2nd, and 4th. So we got 1st, 2nd, 4th, and 6th on the scoreboard.
Ugh.
Capcom.
I love making my silly noises. Man, I make more silly noises after you.
Why does the King of Fighters timeline start in 1984? What's that about? Or is it the King of Fighters timeline? Or is it the Capcom timeline? Because it says 1984 there at the beginning of this intro. Has that got something to do with Capcom?
I have no idea.
Versus SNK 2. Mark of the Millennium 2001.
Okay. Right, guys. I am going to leave the stream there for the time being. I will be on later at some point. I just want to say thank you to MLAGAMING4K and SPEEDKING125 for joining me today on the stream.
You're welcome.
Chris, I said some crud stuff to people on the past that I didn't really mean. That's okay, Chris. We all say stuff. We're all allowed to have our moments. Don't be silly. It's fine. You don't have to explain yourself. But Chris, thank you for being here. Jarek, Yabanez, thank you for being here. Singh, Venus Unicorn, thank you for being here. Tony Skittles, thank you for being here. MD, MXCM, MD, thank you for being here. Big Boy Johnny, thank you for being here. Ashley, thank you for being here. Phil Twerpin, thank you for being here. Yeah, thank you all guys for being here. I really do appreciate it. I will hopefully be on later, whether it's arcade playthrough, upload, or live. Well, I've got an arcade playthrough coming on an upload today, which will be the 2nd episode of Power Stone, and that'll be with Wang Tang. First episode was with Falcon, so MLA got me back into this Power Stone game. So, yeah, I let my emotions get the better of me. Well, I let my emotions get the better of me all the time. I let my emotions get the better of me all the time. Don't worry about it, mate. I think everybody's guilty of that. You wouldn't be human. You wouldn't be human. That's
Everyone makes mistakes, bro.
absolutely. We're all human. Please don't beat yourself up because of that. That's just part of being a human being. Getting upset, getting angry about things, and that's normal. You're a good guy, Chris. Stop beating yourself up so much. We all respect you. We all respect you a lot.
I'm a good listener as well. People talk to me mostly, like.
As MLA said, he's a very good listener. But I'll be on later, Chris, I promise. So, yeah. Until next time, guys. Peace out. Keep fighting.